I'm just curious, can you talk to us a little bit more about that tutoring business that you have?
Yeah, so just to clarify, so Five Nuggets was a nonprofit organization, and now I had someone with wisdom teach me or tell me that nonprofit organization, you don't own it. I'm unable to own it. So I actually taken the decision to switch it to Homer's Book Initiative. So essentially, with that business now, it's a full business. I'm able to help aspiring authors, self-published authors, actually write their first book. So I have a few clients that I'm working with, and we're almost done. So I'm excited to get their books out there, but also connecting and working with other nonprofit organizations who want tutoring. So, for example, I've partnered with the Rexdale Youth Mentorship in Rexdale. I was able to provide 4 tutors proficient in math, English, science, and French to help their homework club, as well as I do offer a tutoring program where we have amazing tutors and helping students, helping students reach their biggest potential. So it's amazing to me to see or get emails from parents saying, thank you so much for your program. My son has aced his test, and my son has jumped leaps and bounds from where he was to where he's at now. And I want to continue doing that. Eventually, I want to be able to partner with private schools and other people like other institutions to see where I can serve. And yeah, I know for me, when I was growing up, I didn't take education seriously. So I know the not the benefits, but I know the consequences for those actions, and I want to make sure that I promote that. Education is cool. Being smart and being wise and being able to be intellectual is great. So that's essentially what I want to teach to the next generation, especially young men who I see seem to be kind of lost in this world, especially now with everything online. So that's where I'm at. I'm here trying to serve the next generation just to be better.
Yes, yes. Are you still doing the tutoring where when, one family gets it, another family gets it at a subsidized rate? Is that still the business model?
Yes, yes. I've been able to help a lot of families that way. Right now, because I am transitioning with Homer's Book Initiative, I'm kind of taking somewhat of a little break and also just finishing up my real estate license. So once I have everything like in control, so to speak, I'm able to then market it and push it much better. But yeah, that's something that I'm still involved in doing.
Hey, that is so powerful. I remember you talking about stories of, helping, underprivileged families get access to tutoring services, which will always be, which oftentimes is a challenge. They may be struggling in school and not being able to afford tutoring services. And yes, you deserve time to figure it all out, right? As the mastermind behind all of your different empires you're building, yes, take the time and really planning will help you revitalize and bring that back as you see it to make the most impact ultimately, right? Which is really good.
If you don't mind me adding, I'd like to just add, for those who are business owners, don't be afraid to, always revise and rebuild. I know sometimes you may feel like, oh, I just started this, and what are people going to think if I do this and do that? At the end of the day, do what's best for you. Again, entrepreneurship is not a straight line. It's up, down, sideways, upside down, backwards, but you have to just stay the course. And that's something that now I want to put out there for those who are looking at different ideas and just really trying to find themselves. That be patient with yourself. Again, one of the nuggets is patience. And this is a journey. So you have to be patient with that journey.
Hey, that is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So talk to us about some of the challenges that you've experienced along the way. I know that you've shared a little before, but what have you learned from those experiences?
So one of the challenges were the biggest challenge was faith. I never had faith in myself. I always wondered, like, what are people gonna think like, who am I to start my own business? People are not going to look at me as someone who's business savvy. But finding that faith in yourself has something. I'm still growing. I'm still growing. I'm not going to say that I'm big and macho and I know everything. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I still have those days where I kind of question. However, I'm continuously overcoming that. And your next question was
Lessons learned.
lessons learned. Lessons learned. This might sound cliche, but the nuggets. I really learned patience. I really learned patience. For me, everything was I want to get this quick. I'm gonna do this quick. But patience and understanding perseverance as well. Because I can speak on my real estate journey. This hasn't been easy. But if you are if you are persistent in what you're doing and you persevere, no matter what setbacks may come, you are going to reach that goal. And I know there were nights where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get my license. Now I'm 2 weeks away from getting my license, right? So you have to continue to push. Thank you. And yeah, so perseverance, patience, contentment as well. Contentment is a big thing, especially now in the social media age. We can press on Instagram, press on TikTok, and you see everyone having the most glamorous life. And you might want to compare your life. I'm gonna be honest, that's something that I struggled with at that time. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I wish I did that. But you know what? You want to be happy with who you are and your journey. Your path is different from other people, and don't let anyone else make you feel that you're less than. So those are the lessons that I definitely have learned for sure.
Hey, thank you so for sharing, and that's powerful. I think we oftentimes fall into that comparative space, and it oftentimes does more harm than good. And being able to hold your truth. This is my reality, and I'm also moving towards the dream that I have set out for myself, right? And understanding, as you said, it's not just a linear line, it's a progress. There's hills, valleys, all of the stuff that comes with this journey. And I think you shared, sometimes it's that questioning within. I too, from time to time, it's like, what am I doing? But really going back to the why, like, why am I here? Like, my purpose is ultimately to serve and make a positive difference. And how that shows up on a daily basis may look and feel a little bit different and unique in many senses, but I know that I'm on mission, right? I know that I want to inspire people. I know that I want to contribute and serve. And I'm, to your point, patience and perseverance, you just got to do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So talk to us. I mean, based on what you shared thus far, you have so much to be proud of and celebrate. Do you want to just identify a couple of wins that you're most proud of, that you'd like to share with us today?
I think the biggest win for me is actually writing my first book, because the initial reason of me writing it was, again, just to make sure that I want to be able to teach my son these nuggets, but I question, like, what do I have to show? So I looked at it and like, okay, if I'm able to show my son, I have a physical book that I've literally went through every single nugget. I hope he will look at it like, hey, you're not just talking. You're actually, this is something that you've put into use. And now me getting to real estate, I'm putting them into use. Me being a father, I'm putting them into use. So just me putting it into use is what stands out to me, and putting into everything I've done.